I don't think the skepticism is justified at all. I remain a European enthusiast, and I think the project of Europe is more important than ever in the world we live in. The world we live in is one in which increasingly is shaped by a global economy, what we call globalization. But the governance structures of the world are not robust enough to meet many of the challenges produced by this global economy. For instance, externalities like global inequality, climate change, and so on. So a robust Europe is an important voice that acts as an intermediary between the United States, China, and the emerging powers of the world today. A weak Europe, a fragmented Europe, is a Europe without voice at the global level. So at the global level, it's of fundamental importance. But within Europe, I think, if I could say this, it's perhaps even more important. We have to remember that Europe was the bloodiest continent in world history, that it was Europe that exploded onto the world in the 16th century, colonized the world through great empires, not just the British, but the Spanish, the French, the Dutch, and so on. And these great empires created colonies, often with brutal effect. So European history is marked by a great brutality. And when these empires finally imploded, what was left, of course, were two colossal world wars, which brought Europe to the edge of the abyss. And it's a great paradox to reflect that Europe is perhaps the greatest continent of the Enlightenment, of Renaissance, of culture, of democracy, and so on. And yet it was Europe that brought the world to the edge of the abyss, not just once, but twice in the 20th century, when violence imploded in Europe in these two colossal world wars with untold consequences. So a vital, robust, strong Europe is the response to that history, is the shelving of sovereignty at all costs, is the shelving of the clash of sovereign interests at all costs, is the pooling of Europe, the pooling of sovereignty in a common project to secure first and foremost a Pacific Europe, and then secondly, as it were, a continent of soft power governance that makes Europe a vibrant voice for peace and development in the world. This is a crucial project, and the benefits already, if I may end my first response here, the benefits already have been decades of peace within Europe, to the point at which we now know that Europe does approximate at some level what Kant called a Pacific Union, a place where war among the countries of Europe seems unthinkable. And this is, for Europe, a huge step forward.